Hey everybody, and welcome back to a brand new video. So, I've been kind of thinking about it, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go through that entire box that I got from eBay, that big kit collection here recently. If you haven't seen the video, I'll leave a little card up here on the right hand corner so that you guys can check out everything that is in that box if you haven't seen it yet. But I'm going to go through every single kit, and then that way I can kind of keep track of what I have, show you guys what I haven't. Plus, there's some stranger kits in there, and there's actually a few manufacturers that I've never even heard of, including this one right here. This here is a Pioneer2 Fokker D-21. Yeah, I've never heard of Pioneer. Again, I guess I led a pretty sheltered life when it comes to model kits. I've been building them since I was 4, which was a long time ago. I mean, we're talking like, riding dinosaurs to school and stuff like that. But I primarily just built, testers kits, Revell kits, monogram kits. I think once in a while I'd build like an Airfix kit or something like that. But very sheltered when it comes to different brands of model kits, which honestly has turned out to be a really good thing for me because you folks out there are an incredible wealth of knowledge when it comes to all of these odd manufacturers and makes and stuff like that. And I just overall generally love to hear your stories about them and kind of reminisce about the good old days. But anyways, let's get into this kit first. So we've got 172 scale, Series 3, 3004. I believe this was right around 1990 when this kit was originally molded, and there was a couple other manufacturers that eventually bought the molds and boxed this kit up. But this, I believe, is the first one. First long end we have here, cement and paint not included, of course, suitable for age 9 years to adult, made in Turkey. First very short end here. Pretty much the same information, just a little bit truncated. Very old tape on this side. I mean, yellow tape. This side over here, same kind of concept, but it has been opened. I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm sure the previous owner checked it out. The very bottom of the box, since this is one of the side openers, which I'm not necessarily a fan of, but that's okay. It's a tiny little kit, won't give me too much trouble. Back of it here, we've got the Dutch Air Force in World War II colors. On the right-hand side, we have Finnish Air Force in World War II colors. And this one looks like it has some snow skids, which that's probably the one that I'll build just because, as you guys know, if you've been around this channel for a little while, I like the weird stuff. Which that box and other collections that I bought are certainly helping me to broaden my horizons with kits. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, that's all that we've got in the box. And this plastic has never been opened. So, me and all you folks out there following along on this adventure get to be the very first ones to see this bad boy in action. Definitely need to fix my cutter because it's not cutting so good anymore. Alright, first off, we'll pull out the decals, which are pretty old. We'll take a closer look at them in a little bit here. I'm excited to see what a Pioneer instruction booklet looks like. And here is our little kit. Raised panel lines, of course, but it is a tiny little guy. 1/72 scale, but easy to display. There's actually a pretty fair amount of detail on that kit. Well, I should say on the wings. Haven't seen the whole kit yet. Molding is nice. Don't really see any warping. Maybe a tiny little bit, but nothing that a warm body water bath won't help if necessary. Fuselage and engine cowling and engine. Yeah, honestly, the molding looks pretty darn good. Especially for a small 1/72 scale kit. Just enough detail on the engine, of course. Not really any detail on the inside of the cockpit, but kind of to be expected. And it looks like we've got our tiny little seat there, some horizontal stabilizers, very delicate propeller, and this looks like the regular covers for the wheels and tires. And then here, I believe, is our snow skids. Wheels and tires there. Overall, a pretty decent looking kit. Clear part is inside. It's actually pretty well molded. Decent amount of detail on the frame. Not super thick, as you'll see sometimes on the 1/72 scale kits. Yeah, not too bad. That's actually pretty clear. Alright, let's take a look at our instruction booklet real quick. Looks like it's got a little bit of information on the D-21. Back of it, some simple instructions on how you would use the water slide decals. And this here says, in case of complaint, please complete this section and send to... Huh. Nice. Yeah, look at that. If I had to guess, I would say that's probably the cockpit floor. Glad we found that before it was lost to the carpet monster. Alright, very simplified instructions. Of course, here it's got the little key to tell you if it's glue, do not glue, or an option. And yes, that was our cockpit floor. Pretty straightforward. And there's our options there. Yeah, I think I'm going to probably do the Finnish Air Force with the landing skis. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, very straightforward, very simple, but honestly, for as simple as they are, fairly detailed. And our decals have definitely seen better days, although I don't see any cracking on them. Yeah, they look like pretty decent decals. The backing paper, of course, is weathered because, I mean, you know, 1990, we're talking 35 years ago, so they're certainly not going to be perfect. However, for their age, they look pretty decent. I'll probably try out a couple of the other decals that I'm not going to be using before I commit to using the finished decals, but overall, pretty promising. Alright, so there you have it. My very first ever look inside the box of a Pioneer 2 kit. I gotta say, honestly, again, for such a small scale, it's not a bad looking kit. It's got a fair amount of detail. Of course, it has raised panel lines, but at the same time, not too shabby. I probably will be building this kit just so that I could say that I built a Pioneer kit. But anyways, as per the usual, if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. Best way to support the channel. Tick the bell to get a notification every single time that I do upload a video. Throw a thumbs up if you like it. And if you haven't seen it yet, don't forget to go check out that unboxing of those eBay kits that I bought. Until next time, guys, love you all. God bless. And I'll see you very soon. Happy modeling.